Hey everybody, welcome back. And I am your host, Joe Foster. But first, before we get into the movie of the week, um, for those down in Texas and those suffering in the bad snowstorms and stuff, I wish you luck and wish you well. But now, let's get into our film discussion. Today we will be discussing the 2018 film No Escape Room. Basically, the idea of the movie is a father and daughter join a group where they actually do an escape room that becomes a little too realistic for its own good. The cast for this, I didn't really know them. I couldn't really find any notes for this movie. Now, the good things about this movie, I can tell you, was there were a good amount of horror and suspense. You know, it went back to the classic style where we're not just going to go to the blood and death scenes are going to be sorry. Okay, the blood and death scenes are kept to a limited in order to keep the gross factor out, which helps to help which helps with the amount of horror and suspense being traditional rather than modern. Because most modern films, as I've seen, try to do what the 90s after Scream did and rely on the blood way too much. Yes, I'll admit, the slasher films are known for it. This one is not a slasher film. This one is a basic horror and suspense film, which is what makes it good. Because it does the shock value in a way that it makes sense. And the runtime of this movie is good, so it doesn't draw it out too long. And nothing's cut really short. So it doesn't leave out anything, but it doesn't draw it out either. So you get enough of the story that you can follow it. There is one bad thing to this film that I can say, and that is that out of everything about the film, it had one or two scenes that were a little more sick than I expected them to be. And it's not due to blood and gore, it's just the way it's just the way the scenes are done. And if you watch the movie, you'll see what I mean. Also, um, this movie, I wouldn't call it an A horror movie or your standard horror movie. I would call it the same thing I'm going to give it as a grade. I'd call it a B horror movie. Because it's a good movie, but it's not a high standard one that people are going to rave about all the time. It's not going to be like the next Scream or even Halloween or Alien. It's not going to be something like that. It's going to be something you'll watch once or twice and you'll probably be tired of soon after. I'm sorry for the way I look. I haven't been awake that long today. This movie is more if you're trying to kill a weekend or just want a basic situation horror suspense film. It is a good movie, though, and I do recommend watching it. So until next time, I'm out.